depressing.
Oh, we're back, by the way. We were just discussing how we can't use the OK symbol anymore, Juice Nation, and we're upset about it. Also, in other countries, if you do this, you're calling someone an asshole. Do you know that?
Yeah, I think I did know that. So I guess we'll just stick with the thumbs up. I've been doing like the what is this, like hang ten? What are the
Yeah,
thing like that? I've
right.
been doing that a lot, like a lot.
I can tell why. Just the background of your room shows me why you've been doing that a lot.
I don't know what you're talking about. Uh, hey man, there's nothing wrong with it. Like I think it gives off a warm, inviting, air aura,
you, you,
whatever.
you know what? You know what pisses me off about the whole thing about the OK sign is that I do it more now than I probably ever have. And it's just because someone brought it back to my attention, and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about that, and now I'm doing it again, and I can't do it again.
Well,
Oh,
so here's the thing though,
oh,
like
oh.
remember, so in that thing, in that little like racist handbook thing, it said to have caution with it. I feel like if you're doing that, but also going, I think it's okay. Like if you're doing the wink and the it's not bad. Like ew. Oh, but now we're gonna be all over fucking like Twitch and Twitter, and people are like, "Hey, these guys are racist." Be like,
Look at
"No,
those
we just
white guys
yeah." It doesn't.
doing the oh. What's is it supposed to mean? Something?
I don't know.
Like, look, if you do this, it's an O, and then you
Yeah,
could.
and
This could be
K.
a K.
Maybe we should just start doing okay. Like so, okay. When that's like because then that's actually okay in sign language. Boom, boom.
I guess, unless
Thanks,
you're
Emily. Emily
unless you're
taught me that one.
unless you're making fun of deaf people now. What are you making fun of deaf people now? I can do my name, Jesse.
Oh, nice job. So Indy Hawk is joining us. She said y'all are so inconsistent. Y'all's thinking she's from the South, but she's from Midwest. Daniel, you need to pick an accent. You're using y'all like you're from the South, but you sound like you're from Minnesota. I don't understand you. I can say these things by the way because she's my sister. Anyway, Indy Hawk, y'all are inconsistent with your lives. I need a schedule. Yeah, so we were gonna do Wednesday, but tomorrow I have the house to myself. Everyone's gone. Like it's gonna be fantastic. So I wanted to like feed the dogs, and then I wanted to convince Jesse, Mike, and Larry to play Silver Strike with me at J&A Tap tomorrow night instead of podcasting. So I'm going to spend the next 24 hours petitioning these young gentlemen to play some Silver Strike with me, or convincing Brazil Dazzle that we can do Rock Band at Jesse's place. So there's
Well,
that. Like,
she won't be around because she takes Harper to dance tomorrow,
ooh, what was Logan doing?
hanging out.
So Logan can join in the Rock Band.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Indy Hawk had a good point there too. She said, "So you have the house to yourself, but you want to leave the house."
Oh yeah, I still don't like being alone here. Like I don't want to. I don't want to be alone in my own house. When I like today, but the times that I have to myself, it's usually like I'm hanging with my dog, which fucker's right there, like usual. Mac is just chilling out with me. I'm just hanging out with the dog, and then watching Sopranos or something. Like it's depressing, but it's all right. But if I get the opportunity to hang out with the boys with a Z, then I'm gonna take it. The boys.
Brian got
Oh,
me these socks.
I like the socks.
They've got turkeys on them.
Yeah, they got steaming turkeys on them.
Thanksgiving dinner turkeys.
I like them. I like them. Hey,
I got
how
this
is
from
your?
Larry.
Yeah, that's the. I've seen that Jeff at work has one of those. You should get little discs that you can. Oh, bottle caps. I like it.
Made it.
Now, if only I could get you to actually go disc golfing with me.
Well, no, I don't think so. I think that pretty much does it for me.
Yeah.
Uh, he
Uh,
he he got him from as a gift and didn't want him, and then someone took him out of the box, and he and I visited him yesterday at his new place, um, and he's like, just take it, just get it out of here. I don't want it. So I'm like, okay.
oh, that's great. I gotta visit Larry. I miss Larry.
His new
Even though
place
it's
is
only been like a
awesome.
month.
by the way.
Where is it, in Coralville or North Liberty
Uh, Iowa
or Iowa
City.
City? Oh, okay, Iowa City. Indie Hawk asked if I've watched Succession yet. I have not, because I keep forgetting, and also like The Sopranos is like I watch it when I can watch it, and then otherwise it's hard for me. I did start watching Dexter New Blood. The new season of Dexter came out. Fucking ate it up. Loved it. It was
Hmm.
fantastic.
Good. I haven't watched
Loved
it
it.
yet.
It's
Um,
great. It's so much
so
better than the last 4 seasons.
it's good though because that's good for me because that's something that Brienne and I can watch together because we watched Dexter all the way together, like all the way through, and it's probably
Yeah.
like the scariest thing she's ever watched before
It's good,
with me.
man. I had my mouth agape for a lot of the episodes just because, like, so I love Dexter. Like,
What do you mean?
I loved what?
You mean of the old Dexters? You mean?
No, I'm talking about the new Dexter, Dexter New Blood. Like,
But is there only one episode?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. But I just loved it. Like, I loved Michael C. Hall's performance. I love the progression of the episode. I love how they're gonna use Deborah. I love. Oh man, I just can't. I can't wait for you to watch it because like there's so many things that I love about the revival of it, and I think it's gonna be fantastic.
uh,
Michael C. Hall is fantastic. Oh God, great.
I'm happy to hear that because a lot of times they mess stuff like that up.
It helps having Clyde Phillips back, who was the showrunner for the first 4 seasons, and then he left, and then they had different showrunners, so now he's back, and then they're supposed to, and like it feels like it's back to the first like 4 seasons of the show. Like I like it. I'm very excited to see where it goes. Plus, we get to see Clancy Brown here soon, and Clancy Brown is fantastic in everything. He's great. Plus, he's a what something Krusty Krabs or whatever his name is on SpongeBob.
Yeah, Mr. Krabs. Yeah,
Mr. Krabs. Is it not Krusty Krabs?
the Krusty Krab is the name of the his burger
Okay.
joint.
I almost called him Professor Krabs, which I think he would appreciate.
Yeah, probably. He likes money. So one of the things. So let's see. HBO shows. I watched the Golden Compass, but it's not the Golden Compass. It's whatever it's called. Um, it's based off of the books The Golden Compass, but it's called something else. I watched Lovecraft. What the heck was that? Lovecraft Country.
Yeah, Lovecraft. How was that? Because Chris liked it, but it got canceled. So
I thought it was pretty. I thought it was pretty good, but I also feel like maybe one season was all right. I mean, I would like more, but if they wrapped it up, I don't think they left any cliffhangers per se that I remember anyway.
Yeah, I'd like to watch it.
I watched one episode of The Sopranos, the first episode, and I was like, I don't know about this.
Oh, you can't watch just the pilot. You got to watch. I actually though I was hooked up to the first episode because I really appreciate that the show is like at least the first episode is told through his therapy session, and I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, I think I need to go back again too, but I just
It's good. Of the so like
his Dark Materials.
Oh, okay. That's not. Which one is his Dark Materials? Because like Joss
the one that's
Whedon
based.
had a show on there that he got canned from.
Oh, I don't know.
Danielle, sorry, Indie Hawk said the White Lotus. I don't know what the White Lotus is.
I don't know either.
Danielle, what is the White Lotus?
It's a comedy drama series.
Oh, well.
Just so you know.
I still push for like if you haven't ever seen 6 Feet Under, watch 6 Feet Under. You're gonna do yourself. It's a treat. The Wire is good, but I will say that I think The Shield is better than The Wire. But that's
The Detective Scroats? The Commish?
Yeah, dog. Oh man, watching The Shield and then watching the intro of The Commish, it's like, it's night and day different. It's so crazy. Oh boy.
Detective Scroats.
Have we talked anything about anything football related yet? I
No.
think mostly for the last 10 minutes we've just talked about movies and TV, which I am not complaining.
Yeah,
Like,
no, it's fine. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you drinking?
Oh, me? Well, I'm just drinking fighting cock bourbon. I had thought about champagne, but then I thought to myself, hey, the Cowboys lost, so losers don't get champagne. So I'm drinking bourbon because
I get it.
the Cowboys were fucking. Oh my god. I'll talk about that when we get there. But
All right. I mean, it wasn't so great for me either. I'll just put it that way.
well, I mean, like, so I was,
But
dude,
yours was weird though.
I
Yours
was
was,
pulling so hard for the Vikings because like there's something about the Ravens that I don't fucking like. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's Harbaugh. I don't like I have nothing against Lamar Jackson. I think what he's doing is fantastic. But for some reason I do not like the Ravens that much. So I was rooting for the Vikings. And also like you're a Vikings fan, so that gave me some pull for the Vikings. So, and I guess like full disclosure, I was playing Mike who had Lamar Jackson. So I guess I had something against the Vikings.
I
So.
think that you think that Lamar Jackson is ugly, and you hold that against him. That's
Oh,
what I
he's
think.
ugly. He's so ugly, dude. He's
That's what I
so
think.
ugly. He
I mean,
looks
yeah,
so.
he's ugly. He's ugly as sin, but I
Yeah.
don't hold that against him. So not like you
I
do.
mean, like, I don't usually hold it against him. I'll try not to. Anyway,
Usually.
that's not why I was rooting for the Vikings. But like they got up like 17-3. They were fucking like owning Lamar Jackson, and then of course second half Lamar Jackson showed up, and then like tied it up. They went into overtime, but still the Vikings fucking held their own. It's like the Vikings are just missing like a just one extra piece to just get them to win every
The,
game, and I don't
the
know what it is.
the problem is the fuckers got up on him, and then they let him back in the game. We should have had that game. That game should have been easy after we got up. But then,
Easy.
but those fuckers came. They let him back in the game. It was like that's the worst to me.
Yeah.
When you have a lead, which was pretty substantial, and then you see it just like slowly getting tick, 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 tick. You're losing. Game's over.
Yeah.
Or tick, 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 tick. Overtime. Then you lose. I've seen that so many times this season. Oh my god.
I really think you guys would have won had you gotten the ball first at overtime.
They said that someone said that we were the best 3-5 team in the NFL. Because if
See
20
that?
if you spotted us 20 points to spread around, we would be undefeated right now. I almost thought we were going to end in a tie in that game. That was
I
like
was
down.
gonna. I thought that could happen because I don't think we've had a tie yet this NFL season.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe not.
But
Either way, it was painful.
Danielle, sorry, Indy Hawk said, "I'm glad you added bourbon to that sentence. Would have been a different podcast." I do like Danielle. I do like to offer people my fighting cock bourbon and go for when you want a little cocky laugh. And sometimes it kills. Sometimes I just get fucking blank stares at me, like, which I get. I get. Not everybody is as like cool.
Refined in their taste of comedy as we are.
Yes, yes. What are you drinking?
What?
What are you drinking? I don't think I asked you.
I'm drinking Pacific Fruit Vineyards Sweet Watermelon Wine.
That sounds so sweet.
It is. It's fresh like a farmer's market.
Why'd you stop?
A sweet watermelon is light-bodied, slightly fizzy, and deliciously sweet. Notes of watermelon and citrus are complemented by a rich, long-lasting finish. 9%.
Oh.
Because the
Oh,
first
so-
part was about just the vineyards themselves.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe
Fuck
like
that.
I was afraid. I was really hoping you saw the bottle and it was like 21% alcohol. And I
It's
was like,
9.
all right. I know.
It's
Well,
9%.
Yeah, but I thought usually like some of the champagne or whatever is like 14%.
Hmm.
Is it? I like maybe I'm making this shit up.
I don't know. It's a great question.
No, Matt got comfortable. He's all stretched out on the couch like a big old dumbass. Yeah. So,
So Ballatori, Gran Spumante, which is what we have, right? Isn't that always what we drink?
tour. Yeah.
Ballator, yeah. But Gran Spumante, I'm pretty sure that's right. Anyway, it's 8.2.
Oh, okay. Right on. Well, you enjoy your fucking 9% there,
I
buddy.
think I got a bottle of champagne from Costco one time because it was A, the cheapest one there, and B, like 15%. And I brought it on the
Yeah.
podcast once. I was like, oh
Oh,
yeah, this is the one. Oh yeah.
that's fantastic. Um, hey Danielle, is your daughter in listening distance? And I'll wait for a second. Oh, Jesse, I also got to show you a new toy that I got over the weekend.
Oh yeah.
I also saw the Eternals on Thursday.
How was that?
You know what? I enjoyed it.
Because people are saying it's garbage.
There's an unnecessary sex scene. There is, yeah, it was really weird. Like, in one of my issues
Go
with
on.
so one of my issues with it is the sex scene is between arguably the two most attractive people in the movie, and it's a heterosexual couple, and there aren't any issues. What?
Angelina Jolie.
No.
Oh.
Angelina Jolie is very attractive, but I do not think that she's the most attractive person in the movie.
Ooh.
So anyway, but um so there's that, and then there's a scene where a same-sex couple share a kiss as they leave because he's kissing his tongue goodbye, and it's a completely different scene. It's a more emotional scene. You're just like, oh, this is great. I saw the movie in theaters opening night, Thursday night. Nobody says a peep. Nobody reacts to the very awkward, random, very attractive heterosexual scene. But when the same-sex couple kisses goodbye, there are snickers and laughters through the audience. I'm like, what the fuck? That was like, sorry, I just had to go off on my little tangent of being annoyed by the fact that apparently we can't sit through a same-sex marriage kissing scene, but we can sit through a very awkward and random, inappropriate sex scene between two heterosexual people.
And
I
that's
thought
weird a little bit because once upon a time there was a little movie called The Watchmen,
yeah,
and there was a hardcore sex scene in that movie, and
that scene was
people stood up and walked out of the theater.
it was because that scene was so uncomfortable. That scene's like 8 minutes long, man.
And they were going
Anyway,
after it.
I like got off on a little tangent there, but no, Eternals is pretty good. There are certain things in it that they like just they're like, oh no, this is they're doing this because this just happened. We don't need to fully explain.
So it was Rob Stark's boy,
Yeah,
or I mean, no, not Rob Stark's
Right,
boy, Rob Stark,
Yeah, it was Rob Stark. Yeah,
and Gemma Chan.
who plays the character named Cersei. Like, it throws me off in that movie. Kit Harington, who played Jon Snow, at one point in the movie says, "I love you, Cersei," and it gives me the fucking creeps, man. It gives me the willies.
That's weird.
I know. I kept wondering if all these people were cast purposefully.
I didn't
Like,
even. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that Kit Harington and Rob Stark were both in the movie. I knew Rob Stark
yeah.
was.
So Kit Harington plays Dane. I don't remember his last name.
Does he play the bastard brother of Rob Stark's character?
He plays the Black Knight, who is like a medieval superhero wielding a sword, and like I think the sword or something like collects souls. So like the more people you kill, the stronger the sword gets or whatever. So it's almost fitting for Jon Snow.
I was gonna say they just like kept his same outfit and everything. And
Yeah, but he was cast like 2 years ago when the show ended. So like, yeah, I don't know. I liked the movie. I liked that it didn't necessarily fit the exact MCU format. I did think that it was a very predictable movie, and I think it's probably 20 to 30 minutes too long.
Beat. I feel like a lot of those that involve a lot of different people, like are, because there's some star power in there, like.
Oh yeah. You've got Angelina Jolie in this movie, and she's not even the main character. It's crazy.
And Kumail Nanjiani's in there.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I liked him. Yeah. Anyway, it's fun stuff. But yeah, man, we got once again. I got off on another movie tangent. I think we should have just like changed this week's podcast to movies.
Well, not when Dalvin Cook's getting physically assaulted in his own house.
Yeah, yeah. That
So
evening
wait a second. So, but let's get back to the topic where Indy Hawk says that technically her daughter is in the room, but texting, so she's probably not paying attention.
She's texting her boyfriend. That's right. My 11-year-old niece has a boyfriend. I didn't have a girlfriend until I was old enough to go on dates with this person. Like, sure, I was kissing girls when I was like 13 or 12 or whatever. But apparently this kid, I'm not going to say her name, has a boyfriend. I think that's fucked up for an 11-year-old. Jesse, how would you feel if your kids at 11 had had partners?
Had partners. I think there's a difference between having a partner and having a boyfriend. At this point, they're probably like boyfriend and girlfriend in name and not doing shit except for texting each other. So
who knows, man? Like, it's 2021. Like, they have cell phones. You know how easy it is to look up like gross sexually pornographic stuff with a cell phone?
Yes, I do know.
Too. Yeah. Yes. If anybody should know, you and I should know. Like,
I am very aware of how easy it is.
And then
I'm doing it right now.
Indy Hawk can probably come back here and be like, "No, I've got full parental control of her phone." Bullshit. Like, and, like you can fucking get around that shit. Indy Hawk says, "I'm not sure they're partners." I said partners because I didn't want to to limit it to just boyfriends and girlfriends, because not everybody identifies as just boyfriend and girlfriend. I wanted to open it up to partners. I guess I should have probably chosen a better word, a more encompassing word, I guess, if you will.
Like boner buddies.
Boner buddies. Indy Hawk says, "I can tell you by her face they aren't doing that stuff because I revisited the sex talks." That's great, Danielle. That's fantastic. Because herpes is everywhere, and you don't want that shit.
The gift that keeps on giving. Very surprised that I don't have it, but I don't. So I mean,
you know what though? Unless you get a blood test for it, you don't know if you have it. Like, there are a lot more Americans that have it that aren't aware that they have it because they haven't gotten that blood test. Like, it's a lot. Herpes is a lot more commonly is a lot more frequent thing than we all realize, and it's kind of terrifying.
No, I know how like it is because like it's like because of the statistics, it's like 1 in fucking like 1 in 5 people have it, or 1 in 3 people have it, or some shit like that. Like, just like some insane, like stat like that.
And I kind of just got to imagine that youths today think they're invincible, like, just based on the fact that none of those fucking idiots get the COVID shot because they think they're not going to get it. So they're not having sex with like protection, so they're fucking STDs all over the youths. Yeah,
but the problem is, we were the same way when we were youths.
Speak for yourself, bro.
You weren't crazy and wild when you were a youth?
No, I didn't start drinking until I was like 21. Like,
and then what happened?
I didn't start doing other stuff until I was 23.
And then what happened?
It's not important. Now I have long hair and I'm tattoos and I'm Grateful Dead fan.
No, I'm talking about, I'm like, oh, you were always the most careful and you only had sex with your wife and you both got STD tested before you had sex for the first time, I'm sure.
No, I never did that.
See, you got herpes, I got herpes. Everyone we know has herpes.
Indy Hawk's right. This podcast took a weird turn. We should get back to talking about football, man. We still have the mid-juicies to talk about.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't really have that much stuff. So if you do,
that burp was hilarious.
it wasn't even a burp. It was like, it was the whine hit me too hard.
I tweeted I tweeted Jelmstep to get on because I was going to talk about the lowly Broncos and the Cowboys, but I don't see him on yet, so I ain't saying shit.
Dallas is still in the top 10 in the power rankings. Did you know
I saw that.
The Vikings went up a spot after losing to the Ravens.
but they almost beat the Ravens and it took them into overtime though.
They almost beat a lot of people, Nick.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Indy Hawk, good win over the Jets this past week. Simba had quite the game. I've decided with Jonathan Taylor Thomas, I'm just gonna start doing like JTT nicknames. So this week it's Simba.
Okay. Thanks for the heads up. Oh
Yeah.
shit! There's someone right behind you.
Oh my god! I can probably understand. Like I'm feeling some breath on my neck and a little tickle on my bungus.
Yep. That's the telltale signs.
Now I gotta remember who my brand man of the hour was. Like I had someone picked out, and I don't even remember because the bungus tickler. I got nothing.
I'll play the thing and then maybe you remember.
It's the Brendan McManus Man of the Hour with me, Brendan McManus.
There's an Iowa player laying on the floor holding his buttocks. He's up. I don't know. Maybe he pulled a buttock. Oh, it's one of the McCaffrey boys. So I'll go first, and I didn't have one, but I've been rattling this person around in my head all day, so I'm just gonna pick it. Adrian Peterson.
Oh, I like it.
He didn't have dick for yards, but he got his 125th TD, career TD, on like a 1 yard run or whatever, and proves they've just picked him off the street and he's still got it.
Yeah, that was good for him, man. Like good for him. He proved well. I proved fine. Like Jeremy McNichols isn't the starting running back there, so all of us who picked him up in fantasy and started him were fucking fools.
Yeah, it's a true committee. Like, I think. Plus, he's in number 8 for the first time. Oh, never mind. Sorry, he was in 26 in Washington. But like, what was he in? Oh, anyway, he's 8. He's number 8 now.
So I now remember who I was picking as my
21 yards.
So we're good.
10 attempts, 21 yards. Okay, who is it?
Oh, me? I picked Josh Allen of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Nice.
I was loving Red Zone on Sunday. I love Red Zone every week because that guy, like Chris Hansen or whatever his name is, like I love that guy. I was actually just talking about it before Red Zone started. Like that guy is there for 7 hours, does not take a piss break, and is like talking about games throughout for the entire 7 hours. And I was like, he's probably got to stay like in incredible shape to stand and talk for that long. And like,
there's piss breaks in there.
I was trying to figure out when he would have, and he's like every time a game transitions, he carries that transition over every time. So
Well,
like,
maybe he just isn't wearing pants.
maybe he's got a catheter. Maybe he like pisses in one of those like bedside things.
Maybe he's got a catheter and some of those like that seat that you wear.
Yeah.
Where you just like lean back and it's a seat.
But anyway, yeah, I'm picking the Jaguars' Josh Allen because he was the first person in NFL history to sack a person of the same name. and
Yeah.
he didn't only sack Josh Allen of the Bills. He picked him off, and he got a fumble
Yeah,
recovery. Like,
wasn't it a strip sack recovery or something?
yeah, like he like Josh Allen is gonna have nightmares about Allen. Like it's fucking awesome. Like it was like movie shit on Sunday, and I loved it. And the Jaguars won. The Jaguars pulled the biggest upset of the season, and it was because of Josh Allen of the Jaguars.
Do you think that was a bigger upset than the Jets beating the Bengals?
Yes, because if you look at the Bengals of last season and the season before, you'd be like, okay, this makes sense. Because the Bengals lately have kind of been coming back to earth. They got destroyed by the Browns the other day, and I don't think the Browns are like a top 5 team or anything.
Right.
But like you've got the Bills, who the Bills were AFC contenders last year. They were AFC contenders the year before, and then the Jaguars have just been garbage for as long as I can remember, and they had an embarrassing loss last week against the Seahawks, and now they came in, held the best team in the AFC to 6 points through 4 quarters and ended up beating them 9-6. I absolutely think this is the biggest upset of the season.
Yeah. I can see the case for that, for sure. Yeah.
Indy Hawk said the Colts tried to lose a couple of times, and I was gonna say there was no way it was the Buffalo variety. What was the Buffalo variety? What did I miss?
Josh Allen.
Oh yeah, it was Josh Allen of the Jaguars. Hey Indy Hawk, what are you drinking?
Yeah.
Because we got wine from Jesse, bourbon for me. I'm guessing a beer for Danielle.
I can't believe all these goddamn upsets. It really fucked us.
Yeah, how did your Suicide League turn out? Because the Cowboys fucked everything up.
Yeah, we're out. And that's it. We're out.
That sucks, man.
I had a 4-game parlay going that would have won me $10,000. That didn't hit, obviously, because there was just so many upsets. Oh my god! So I'm gonna look through them quick. So let's see. The Colts won, which they were supposed to. That makes sense. The Giants beat the Raiders somehow.
Yeah, I didn't see that one coming.
The Falcons beat the Saints. The Jaguars beat the Bills, for fuck's sake. The Browns beat the Bengals, but like you said, the Bengals are coming back down to earth. The Broncos beat the Cowboys.
Ugh.
Let's see. Is there anything else? The Chiefs, I guess, beat the Packers, but they're without Aaron Rodgers. But barely. The Titans beat the Rams.
Yep.
What the fuck was going on?
It was weird. It was a weird week of football. And Indy Hawk is drinking Overa Negra Sauvignon Blanc.
Sauvignon Blanc.
Sauvignon Blanc.
Sauvignon Blanc.
She's being real fucking fancy up in the house.
Really. I mean, not everyone can have sweet watermelon wine like me, but I guess Sauvignon Blanc.
As long as you both are drinking it with your pinky out, I think you're fine.
I'm not. I'm full on fisting it.
Hey man, pinky out is a show of true.
I heard the origins of that. You want to know the origins of that?
What?
So back in the day, when they served spices with your food, spices were very like a sign of you're rich, basically, because not everyone could afford them. And I can't remember what spices for sure, but they would always be piled on a little plate. So what you do is you would use your pinky and your thumb to like pick up the spices from this little bowl and like put some on your tongue or whatever. So that's why when you drank from a bottle or a glass, you had your pinky out so that you didn't get your pinky wet, so that when you picked up the spice, it wouldn't get stuck all over your pinky.
Interesting. Where'd you learn that?
I'm just fucking smart, bro. Like, I read books. I watch Joe Rogan. I mean, I'm just a smart guy.
Oh God, that's fantastic. Oh man, I don't know about you, but I have been. By the way, USA Today is like the one news source that I have been getting. I get like 4 articles a day of them shitting on Aaron Rodgers, and I love it. I read every word of each one of these articles, man.
Okay, so I don't know. Every time I start to feel a little bit sorry for him,
No.
something else happens that makes me go, oh Jesus. Like, okay, so the newest thing was he's like, look, I'm an athlete, I'm not an activist. And he like kind of apologized for misleading people. And he's like, I just want to stick to what I'm good at and, play. And I'm not interested in these politics and all this stuff or whatever. I just want to play football and blah, blah, blah. And, and then Shailene Woodley like tweets out or like retweets a picture from some tabloid saying that so Aaron Rodgers is doing this, and it wasn't even a picture of Aaron Rodgers, and she said it wasn't him because look at the size of his feet. I don't know if you know this, but Aaron Rodgers has huge feet, and then with like a smiley face after it. So they're trying to deflect by saying Aaron Rodgers has a big penis.
So I saw the thing today about him being like kind of walking back some of his comments, and I feel like he's only doing that because he lost one sponsor. There were only 8 Aaron Rodgers State Farm commercials over the weekend, and the weekend before that there was the 25% of all State Farm commercials were Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, so and I was watching.
Rolling those commercials back. I know. I had thank you for watching and reporting back because on Red Zone you don't get commercials.
Yeah, I was watching the Vikings game, and there was one commercial with Aaron Rodgers, 2 commercials with Aaron Rodgers in it. One was just like one of those montages from the NFL where they're just showing clips of different games and this and that or whatever. Yeah. Like, the NFL, blah, blah. And and then the other one was a State Farm commercial, but it was a picture, it wasn't Aaron Rodgers himself. It was a painting of Aaron Rodgers, a painting of Patrick Mahomes, and then Terry Bradshaw came in and said, why don't I get the Bradshaw rate? And then he put his own picture on the painting on the wall next to him.
Oh, see, that's great, especially since Terry Bradshaw ripped into Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers on Sunday.
I wonder if they're like and a lot of people ripped into him, and I wonder if State Farm had that one on the back burner, like in case they had to drop one of them or something.
Yeah, Indy Hawk says because the PR department shot themselves after that interview. Yeah, like Aaron Rodgers going on the Pat McAfee show, to be Aaron Rodgers' agent and PR person at that point. They would have had to have been pulling their fucking hair out because Aaron Rodgers is like, fuck my reputation. I'm just going to go out here and spew out this misinformation because I got all this from Joe Rogan and Facebook.
Well, I actually did you watch the thing on Joe Rogan?
I watched not Joe. I watched the.
Sorry. Yeah, the McAfee. Yeah.
I watched 7 minutes of it before I could not watch it anymore.
Well, yeah, because he said my now good friend Joe Rogan, and he said I got a squad of doctors together, and he said they were from Harvard Medical School and this and that and all this stuff, and then he went and also I went to a homeopathic doctor, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And so
he's allergic. He has to the mRNA vaccine.
Did you know? Watch this though. Listen to this. One of the things that he listed was I can't remember what it was, but he listed 4 things that he got when he was saying that he got antibodies, his antibodies boosted. And one of those things is actually made. I don't want to say made. It's I don't want to see the right word. They get it from vaccinated rabbits.
Extracted?
Yeah, they extract it from vaccinated rabbits. So they put the vaccine in a rabbit. and then they extract something from the rabbit. I don't know what it is. Plasma? I don't know what it is. And then they use that and put that in Aaron Rodgers.
So, is this what wealthy people would rather do than get the vaccine? Because, like, I don't get it. We've been getting vaccines for decades as babies, and none of us kick and scream. And then there's this new vaccine, but it's out of the. You know what? Never mind. Sorry, we're gonna get off on a vaccine tangent again. Whatever. If you don't get the vaccine because you're a fucking idiot, whatever.
Listen. I don't have a problem with. And he made some good points by saying stuff like, I believe that what you do with your own body or whatever is your own business. Yeah, it is. It absolutely is.
Unless you're a woman in this country.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't like people acting like they're being persecuted, especially a white male
But
in America who makes a shitload of money.
My issue is the fact that he led people to believe that he was immunized, and yes, I guess that's not vaccinated; it's immunized.
But go ahead. Sorry.
And I was just gonna say, but then he would be in a huddle and speak directly to them without a mask. He would be on the sideline without a mask. He hosted a party without a mask, and he just gives he does not care about the people around him because he just assumes that they're all vaccinated and not in danger of getting sick.
I think
that's my issue.
I think when it comes down to it, like a lot of the things that he said was was pretty much to the fact of, or to the point of, he shouldn't have to do this because it infringes on his rights, and it's not fair. Like, he quoted an MLK quote. And which was inappropriate.
Yes. He compared himself to Martin Luther King. Are you fucking kidding me?
That's what I'm saying when I hate when people say that they are when people compare themselves to actual people who have had hardships, right? Like, don't. Because you're not.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a white male in America that makes millions of dollars to play a game.
Yeah.
Right. A game that, by the way, is 10 times more dangerous to play than getting a COVID shot or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Like, he has no problem getting CTE, but he's worried about getting a vaccine, and he doesn't care that he's putting horse dewormer in his body and extractions of rabbits.
I just have issues with the fact that he's the most recognizable person in all of football and almost maybe sports, and he's just spreading this misinformation. And I think that's what's fucked up. And so it came out today that the Packers are getting fined for $300,000 for how they've handled COVID, and then both Rodgers and Alan Lazard are getting fined $14,385.
Yeah, which is absolutely nothing.
I know.
I hope Rodgers pays for Lazard's. That's all I'm going to say. Even though it doesn't really matter that much to Lazard either, but it matters a lot less to Aaron Rodgers.
I feel like I want to be a fly on the wall when someone told Aaron Rodgers, "Oh, you got to pay a $14,000 fine." Because I'd be like, if I were him, I'm like, "That's it. All right, let me pull this out of my fucking wallet right now."
Yeah, the other thing too is he's like, yeah, we had people come in, doctors talking to us and basically shaming us for not getting the COVID vaccine, and I stood up and I asked questions that I think other people on my team felt like they didn't have the voice or leadership to ask the questions, and a lot of them came up to me after the fact and thanked me for doing it and this and that. I'm like, You're just spreading bullshit. That's what you're
Yeah.
doing. So
Andy Hawk said, honestly, he would have been pretty much fine if he hadn't lied, which I agree. People still root for Cole Beasley, and he's unvaccinated, but he didn't lie about it. He at least like owned it. But yeah, like the fact that he kind of lied about it and misled. I don't necessarily think he lied because he said immunized, but I think he misled everyone.
I also heard that he had another chance to answer if he had been vaccinated, and he said yes. So I think on a separate occasion or later in that interview or whatever, he actually did lie. Like, but
he's just a punk ass fucker. Like, man, I can't stand Aaron Rodgers, and like I'm glad that all this has come out because now I have it's like I have validation for hating Aaron Rodgers.
Absolutely. Someone I was talking to the other day said, "Oh man, it just surprised me that he would come out and Aaron Rodgers would come out and be like this." And one of my friends was like, "Not me. I've always known he's a dick, or I've always known he's a dickhead," and I just fucking died laughing. Oh man, it was fantastic because I feel the exact same way. It's like vindication, right? It's like see, this is what I've been fucking saying, and nobody listened to me.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's great. Like,
anyway, so that's two weeks in a row we've got stuck on that, but like it gets juicier every day. It seems like so it's still fun.
Yeah, he's expected. He thinks he'll play Sunday,
but he can't.
Against the Seahawks, but there's a chance that he might not.
Right,
like, so the COVID testing and everything, the protocols are way different than if you're not way different, but they're different for unvaccinated and vaccinated because he has to have 10 days removed.
Yeah.
From symptoms or whatever. Where if you're because because today Nick Chubb and Demetri Felton of the Browns were COVID positive, but both of them are vaccinated.
Right.
So they only need 24 hours of negative test and something like that, and then they can play. Where Rodgers needs 10 days or something.
Yeah, yeah. And then Kareem Hunt's also injured so right now they only have one running back, Dearness Johnson.
Yep.
And OBJ is now a free agent. How about that?
Yeah, how about that? And did you see all the people that went and signed him today?
Yeah, exactly. Well, the thing is, like, he had so many hours left where he had to clear because if someone picked them up before he became a free agent, or if someone picked him up off the wire, they would still owe him his $7.5 million. Now that he's a free agent, I think maybe they don't have to pay that.
That's good.
And then, what's his face? Pete Carroll from Seattle said, watch or something, or just wait or something like that.
So he's being rumored to go to the Packers, and I just keep thinking to myself, I'm like, the Packers right now have enough fucking drama. I don't think they want OBJ there.
Or do they?
OBJ is just like, if you're not throwing to him, you're a bad quarterback, and your dad's gonna create a fucking Twitter video about you.
Or maybe they do want him there to take the heat off of Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
I just think that Aaron Rodgers was wanted the best of both worlds, was pissing and moaning about the Packers all through the offseason, and so the Packers were like, all right, just do what you want. Now, Aaron Rodgers said that he was getting COVID tested every single day. And he said that it didn't make any sense that when he goes into the room with people who are reporters, they're always more than 6 feet away from him, if not like 20 feet away from him, asking questions. So why should he have to be masked up in that situation?
Oh my God. Because COVID doesn't just like, whatever.
But the problem is like, he's not masked up when he goes to talk to people on the field. And Andy Hawk says that she's pretty sure that Carson Wentz isn't vaccinated, and that frustrates her. And he's not, but when you see him on the sidelines or you see him going up and talking to people after the game, he's wearing a mask. Aaron Rodgers was never wearing a mask when he goes up and says hi to people like after the game. He was not wearing a mask in the preseason games when he was just in street clothes, like on the sidelines, which he was supposed to be. Like he's like, I was doing all this stuff and it was more than what other people did, and it's like, no, you weren't.
Yeah.
You
so he's
weren't.
too cool. I just had this realization that maybe for the last couple of weeks, maybe we should just change our podcast to the hating Aaron Rodgers hour, where we just talk about how much we hate Aaron Rodgers.
Well, I mean, this season has definitely like become that. But
it's like giving everybody who hates Aaron Rodgers validation. It's great. I love it. It's so good.
Yeah,
What's
me too.
unfortunate is that Jordan Love sucked this past week. I was really hoping Jordan Love would come out and just fucking light the Chiefs up.
I would allow it against everybody but the Vikings, and only for this season, so that Aaron Rodgers either quit or retired or was cut.
Yeah.
But I don't want the Packers to have another fucking 15 years of having an awesome quarterback.
Yeah,
like, it's enough already. Teams don't always get that. You know, like, it's just annoying.
Yeah, I understand. I before Rodgers came out today and was just like, I just want to get back to football. I was honestly wondering. I was thinking to myself, I wonder if because he was saying he felt like he was getting crucified for his vaccination comment, and I did quotes because that's what that's what apparently he told a friend. And I was thinking to myself, it's like, what if he like chicken shits his way out and just retires, like just up and retires, like I'm not gonna deal with this anymore, I retire.
I've heard about that too. I've heard about that too, and actually, I was watching some sports show where they were talking about that. It's like, let's watch. He's like, I can see the scenario where Aaron Rodgers is like, you know what? Good luck having the NFL without Aaron Rodgers, and he's just like up and leaves. And the person was just like, which is fine. Go ahead and leave. Like,
yeah.
Peyton Manning retired. You know, like, legends of the game have retired, and it was just fine afterwards. Like,
yeah, Andrew Luck retired, and people were like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" for about 6 months, and then everyone moved on. Peyton Manning retired. The first season was kind of weird, sure, and everyone moved on.
I had to admit it's kind of weird having Drew Brees gone, right?
Yeah.
But we're gonna be in a world without Aaron Rodgers and without Tom Brady soon enough, and it's gonna happen. So if it happens now, it happens now. Any injury could take out any player at any time.
Yeah. Rodgers is just like making himself just a douchebag on his way out.
It's just the problem is that, like, if he would have just owned up to it from the beginning and like took all the heat that all the other people took, then this wouldn't be an issue. Like, people took heat, and he watched it happen.
Yeah.
And did nothing about it. Like, like, just sat in a hole and continued to do what he did, which makes this just like 1,000 times worse.
Yeah. Oh man! All right. In other news, I'm gonna switch it out. I'm gonna talk about some other news real quick before
Absolutely.
Are we gonna have time for mid juicies?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna talk about Dalvin Cook real quick. So, story came out. We mentioned this earlier. Just touching on it again. Story came out earlier that Dalvin Cook and his ex-girlfriend, U.S. Army Sergeant First Class Gracelyn Trimble, are filing lawsuits against each other stemming from an incident at his home in November 2020. Roughly a year ago, someone unlawfully entered Cook's house. The female who did it, a sergeant in the U.S. military, attacked Cook in his home while he had a guest present. The invader then allegedly tried to extort Cook for millions of dollars, claiming that she suffered injuries during the course of the attack that she allegedly initiated. Blah blah blah. She maced Cook, and now they're in litigation. So,
do you think that it was a situation where he was like seeing this person and then he was in his house with another woman and she busted in and like fucking
100%.
maced his ass?
100%. I think that's it. Like, fucking NFL player, it's Dalvin Cook. If he had a guest over, of course he was getting some other ass. Like, come on. Even if not, then he got maced for other reasons. that we do not know.
Yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense. You still shouldn't do that. You don't. You also. I'm sorry to have to say this. You don't dip your wick in crazy.
Oh, in other news, Sam
I haven't.
Darnold
I haven't been able to use
could
that one
miss
for a
a
while.
few weeks. I love "Don't Dip Your Wick in Crazy." That's fantastic. I love that.
I haven't.
Uh,
I haven't heard that one for a long time.
uh, Sam Darnold has a broken scapula and could miss several weeks.
Their
I don't
season's
think.
over.
Excuse me. I don't think it's gonna matter because he sucked anyway. Dude, we were like, I was raving about Darnold over the first few weeks, but but just since the first 3 or 4 weeks, he's just sucks.
Well, you take like it's either a mixture of him being injured and McCaffrey being injured, like. But when they were together, it was fine. But then injury, it's just Carolina's not good. They're just not good.
No.
They probably beat us. Did they beat us already, or we haven't played them yet? I don't remember.
Oh, this is fun. Aaron Rodgers and Al Lazard were both fined $14,650 for violating COVID protocols. Players get fined more than that for these in-game violations: horse collar tackle, leg whip, use of helmet, tackling a defenseless player, roughing the passer, and blindside block. Some of those, sure, could kill a person, but COVID can kill people. But whatever.
This killed a lot of people.
Man, every time I see Aaron Rodgers' face, I just want to punch him in his stupid fucking face.
Yeah, but I've been like that for a while. Hey, we beat the Panthers in overtime.
Yeah! No, you didn't.
Yeah, we
Oh,
did.
yeah, the Panthers. Yeah, sorry. I thought you were back talking about the Ravens.
No, Panthers. That was our no. It was no. It was 34-28. That's when we scored a touchdown to win in overtime.
Dude, I think OBJ is going to go to the Seahawks, and I don't think he's going to improve their team at all.
First of all, DK Metcalf is kind of a little diva himself. So
Yeah.
him and OBJ on the same team, I do not think it's going to be a good combination.
No.
And if he goes to the Packers, I don't know. Is OBJ even any good anymore?
No, he's injured all the time.
Even when he's on the field, though, I mean, was it a problem with him being not having good chemistry with Baker, or is it a problem of him just not being very good anymore?
Not that I want to have this conversation or say what I'm about to say, but the years that he was, I'm doing quotation marks, good, he had a 2-time Super Bowl winning quarterback, Eli Manning, throwing to him. And since then, he's had Daniel Jones and Baker Mayfield. Like, God, I fucking hate what I'm about to say. Like, Eli Manning is better than Daniel Jones and Baker Mayfield. Like what Steve Smith Jr. said about Baker Mayfield as Baker Mayfield being just okay or a mediocre quarterback. I agree with that. I think Baker Mayfield is just a mediocre quarterback. I really don't think he's like top 5 or top 10. But I don't know. Maybe he is. Maybe he isn't. I mean, he did just shred the Bengals. But again, I think the Bengals are coming back down to earth because the Bengals have been bad for several years. And
Yeah.
I think they just started out hot.
So here we go. So the Patriots have been in touch with Odell Beckham Jr.'s camp. The Odell Beckham Jr. allegedly says that the Packers are his preferred team of choice.
Of course.
And as of 3 hours ago, I have a report from a person on YouTube, which is very reputable. That is, Odell Beckham has cleared waivers and is expected to sign with. Is this clickbait?
Probably.
Oh God! Don't. Oh my God! It's gonna freeze my whole shit up.
Well, you shouldn't have clicked it.
Well, it was just Packers.
What about the Packers?
That's Odell Beckham Jr. clears waivers and expected to sign with
Oh.
the Packers.
I'm like out of booze right now, and it's like the second week in a row where I've been podcasting, and like the last half of the podcast I'm out of booze, which is fine because I go to bed and I'm not super drunk. But this week I was really hoping to get just drunk throughout the entire podcast. I gotta send SOS text messages to get a refill.
Who's home?
Really, both. I know.
Uh-oh.
I know.
Also, he's been tied to the Saints, like we said earlier, and the Seahawks. Okay, so let's do the juicies. Let's just
Yes.
fuck all this other
Again,
shit.
I don't have my pre-jacks up, but we'll see how much I remember. And
Oh, I got
imagine
'em.
you
I got
wrote
'em.
this shit down.
I got 'em.
Fuck yeah.
Don't worry about
Oh
it.
yeah.
I got you, boy. Yeah. Okay, so comeback player of the year.
What?
Comeback player of the year. You had Dak Prescott.
I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep Dak, baby.
Okay, that sounds fine. I had Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, how's that turning out for you?
It's turning out in a way that I'm choosing Dak Prescott
Hey.
for my mid jacks. So, for Coach of the Year, you had Sean McDermott of the
You know, I
Buffalo
was actually-
Bills.
I was thinking about this earlier. Who'd you have?
I had Brian Flores of the Dolphins.
Oof.
I'll tell you right now that my pre's are pretty rough.
I'm gonna keep Sean McDermott.
Okay, I changed mine to Sean McVay.
Yeah. Of course, you get Matt Stafford on your team. You're going to be good. If he has a team around him.
I like the Rams. I do want to give just a second, a shout out to the Cliff Kingsbury.
Yeah, but again, like the Cardinals are right now are the Miami, like the LeBron James Miami Heat of the NFL. Like it's a super team.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, you could say the same for the Rams, actually.
Yeah, I know. Like, yeah.
So for offensive rookie of the year, you had Najee Harris, and I had Trevor Lawrence.
I'm gonna change mine to Jamar Chase.
I am going to change mine to Jamar Chase as well.
Quick sidestep. I see that we have 3 viewers right now. Andy Hawk, are you still with us? And the other viewer, because I think I'm the other viewer, the third. What are you drinking? What's going on?
Also, if you're not familiar with what we're doing right now, we're making our mid-season picks for who we think are going to win these major awards in the NFL. We call them the Juicy Awards. This is the mid-juicies because it's the mid-season. If you are referring to, if you hear me referring to what we had previously picked, that was the pre-jacks. That's what we do. We pick all these picks at the beginning of the season. So, also, I want to note that if someone else has a different answer than us or wants to put in what they think or who they think is going to win these awards, put her in the chat, and we'll read them off.
Or tweet.
Or tweet us, or whatever. Okay, so moving on to Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Did I have Micah Parsons?
You did have Micah Parsons.
And I'm keeping Micah Parsons, baby.
Okay, that's fine. And I had Micah Parsons.
And are you keeping Micah Parsons?
Micah Parsons.
Dude, that dude is solid. Like, of the game on Sunday, he was the main bright spot. Like, he led the league this week, I think, in tackles and sacks. Or he might have tied in sacks. He had like 2.5 sacks and 11 tackles.
You were texting a lot of shade towards Diggs over the weekend. Do you think
I
think he's not good? Did Justin Jefferson ruin him?
Yes. Because like he wasn't able to keep up with Jefferson. He was holding him a bunch. Same thing was happening with Tim Patrick. He's just getting burned all over the place. And I saw that Mike McCarthy came out and said that he's just playing like too hot headed or whatever. So he's like
You just getting frustrated or what?
yeah, like I just think he's trying to make the big huge play instead of playing solid defense. Like he wants a turnover, and because of that, a lot of times he'll get burned.
Indie Hockey said, "Yup." What do you talk? What do you mean? Are you talking about did Justin
Yes.
Jefferson ruin it?
No, that she's still with us.
Oh, okay.
That's how I took it anyway. Because
Yeah,
she said
yeah.
yup after I asked if she was still with
Yeah,
us.
that's true. You did ask her a direct question. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, so offensive player of the year. You had CD Lamb. I had Dalvin Cook, who's missed 2 games.
You know, your Dalvin Cook thing might not be too bad still. Like
Nah.
because Derrick Henry got injured, so it's not going to be him.
Well, yeah, he might get the rushing title, but as far as like being up, he's already missed 2 games. Like
I'm going to go Lamar Jackson as offensive player of the year.
Lamar Jackson. I'm gonna go a little bit out on a limb and say Cooper Kupp.
Ooh, that's a good pick. I like that. That's good.
Cooper Kupp has been solid, and he's actually he's leading in receiving yards by quite a bit, I think.
Yeah.
So let's move on to Defensive Player of the Year. You had Myles Garrett.
Yeah. I think I'll keep it. I thought about going Trayvon Diggs, but again, the last couple games, and I'm a little sour on him right now because of all the holding penalties. I'm gonna keep it with Myles Garrett.
Yeah. Full disclosure, I made these picks last week, and then stuff went crazy this week. I'm gonna keep most of them, but this one I changed from T.J. Watt to Myles Garrett. But I think I'm gonna stick with my T.J. Watt.
Yeah, I mean T.J. Watt's a good pick.
I think Myles Garrett has been doing some really good things. Like I think he's at the point that I made it, he was the sack leader. But like I'm gonna keep it at T.J. Watt. Why not?
Yeah, fuck it.
League MVP. You had Dak Prescott.
Yeah. Man, I would. No,
It's
it's
tough.
not going to be Dak anymore.
It would have been Dak last week. I bet you would have kept it at Dak.
Yeah, I would have probably kept it at Dak last week, and then this week he just played horribly. I'm gonna go Matt Stafford.
That's fun.
Yeah.
So
Might be the first time he ever gets it, or only time he ever gets it.
I had Josh Allen at the beginning of the year.
Bills or Jaguars, Josh Allen?
Jaguars.
Oh.
No, yeah. Whoa, huh? That's a surprise.
Look
No,
at that.
the Bills, Josh Allen, and then this last game happened. But I'll keep that one too. I'm still gonna keep it.
Yeah,
I
I
decided
think that's
to
a
keep
good
it.
pick. I think it's good to keep him.
I think, and I do really think that was like God, that seemed like such a fluke game. That's why I'm keeping it, because I was like, that's so fucking weird. That game was so weird.
I know. I had the Bills defense in fantasy. I thought they were going to get like 30 points. But nope. I was wrong.
So I'm going to keep it at Josh Allen. Because if I don't, it'll fuck my whole world up here. AFC champion, you had the Bills.
I'll keep that.
All right. I had the Chiefs. So I'm apparently cursing people, is what's happening here. And I'm changing that to the Bills as well.
Fair. You're going to curse them, but yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. It happened already, apparently. Oh, I picked them, and we didn't announce it, but I did pick them. Both of those people last week, so I did actually curse them. NFC champion, you had the Cowboys.
Yeah. I kind of want to keep it the Cowboys, but I'm gonna either switch it to the Cardinals or the Rams. Fuck it, I'm keeping the Cowboys. Whatever.
Okay, that's fine. I had the
Yeah.
Vikings,
Yeah.
which I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to change.
Who are you going with?
they've-
Rams or the Cardinals?
they forced my hand. I'm going with the Rams.
Yeah.
Feel like it makes sense with my Cooper Kupp and Sean McVay picks.
Plus, we didn't mention it, but they traded for Von Miller.
Yes, they did. Yeah, I almost forgot about that. Super Bowl winner, you have the Cowboys.
Yeah. I'm gonna switch that to the Bills.
Oh, so you think it's gonna be Bills Cowboys and the Bills win?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're going back to the '90s, but we're flipping it, baby.
I had the Vikings, so I'm gonna have to switch that up. I'm gonna switch that up to the Bills as well, actually. Like I said, these are predetermined. So like what you're saying isn't like swaying what I'm saying.
Oh, I know.
So I have a Bills Rams Super Bowl and the Bills win. I almost would want to switch it to the Rams at this point, but I'll just keep it. Surprise team, the team who's going to is the most improved team. We got kind of a sense of what's going on here. You had the Broncos.
Oh man. Oh, that stings after this past week. Oh boy. God damn it.
And this is statistically. It's not like who we think like, oh, they did much better. No, it's like who had the most wins, who had more wins than they had last year by what number. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Fucking Jacksonville, I guess. Like they've got 2 wins now.
they only had one last season though. No, but like statistically, that's not going to be right because
But
there's
but if they win 1 to 2 or 3 more games, like
Yeah.
statistically.
No. I'm not talking about percentages though. I'm talking about like if they win 2 more games, they have won 3. So they only did 2 more games better than last year. There's going to be someone who won more than 2 games more than they won last year.
Oh man, Indy Hawks or the Broncos are my Purdue.
Yeah.
Or the
yeah,
Cowboys Purdue.
that's true.
Um,
Iowa football. Well,
I'll go Bengals.
okay, that's a good pick. I think I went with the Cowboys.
Oh, that's not bad. It's not bad, but you're gonna be wrong because the Cowboys still have plenty of time to become 8-8.
Perhaps they do. Maybe this is the curse that they've been waiting for.
Oh, thanks a lot.
I didn't know. I did not
them.
know I was cursing people, but in fact, I did curse them already because I picked it last week and they got beat by the Broncos. Apparently, I'm just cursing people left and right.
Yeah, maybe stop picking the Cowboys, you jackass.
Well, I'm sorry. The dumpiest team in the NFL, which it means the last place team.
Yeah.
You picked the Eagles.
I did pick the Eagles. Yawning. Shouldn't do that. I'm gonna pick. Oh, the fucking Jets. I'm going with the Jets.
Okay. I had the Texans, which actually wasn't.
Yeah, you could keep with the Texans. And
I
be
could
just
keep-
fine.
I could keep with the Texans, but I'm not. I'm gonna switch to the Lions
Oh, that's right.
because it's a pretty safe bet.
Yeah, I forgot about the Lions.
Undefeated in wins, undefeated in losing.
Poor Lions.
The Lions. The Lions are the Lions. Okay, so that's all our picks. That's fine. Everything's fine.
Hey, nice work.
Yeah, you too. I think we have some mighty fine picks in there. I think you did a great job from your beginning of the season to what you have now. I mean, like there's a lot of picks in there, and I had to switch
good
mine to
at it.
your picks in a lot of cases, so it's kind of annoying for me, but that's fine. Now let's do the division winners.
Yeah,
AFC North. You had the Steelers. I had the Ravens.
I'll go Ravens.
I'm sticking with the Ravens. AFC South. We both had the Titans.
Yeah, I'll stick with the Titans.
I also stuck with the Titans, although they're not looking super, and they lost Derrick
depends.
Henry.
It's like they lost Derrick Henry, and then their defense stepped up, and that's fine. Like
They're going to need
that's
that too because I don't think their passing game's all that.
No.
But AFC East, we both picked the Bills.
Yeah, I'll stick with the Bills.
I also stuck with the Bills. AFC West, we both had the Chiefs.
Oh.
AFC
I'll go
West
with-
is a dumpster fire.
You know what? I'll still stick with the Chiefs.
Oh yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
I did something that I regret and picked the Raiders. And then
Yeah.
they lost to fucking the Giants. Like, I thought they were doing better. I thought they were thriving without Gruden.
I thought so too.
And then Ruggs went down with what Ruggs did. We discussed that last week.
Yeah.
And
And
then they lost to the Giants.
yeah.
So
And then
I'll
they cut a 2020 like.
yeah, they're like first round draft pick because he was waving a gun around in a social media post threatening to kill somebody.
Yeah, like a fan or some shit like that.
Vegas, man.
They yeah. You summed it up right there, Vegas man. Like, shit.
So
Vegas man. Anyway.
Vegas, man. I'll keep it at Raiders, but that's fine. I don't have much faith in that one. But NFC North, you had the Bears. I had the Vikings, obviously.
Oh, I gotta switch it to the fucking Packers.
You switched to the Packers. I'm keeping it at the Vikings.
That's fair. I hope you're right.
I cursed them as
do.
well, by the way. Not that they were doing great before. NFC South, we both picked the Buccaneers.
Yeah, I'll stick with that.
I also stuck with that. NFC East, we both picked the Cowboys. I think that's pretty safe bet.
Safe bet. Yeah.
NFC West, you picked the Cardinals, I picked the Rams, and we both picked really good teams.
Yeah. Hey, nice job, man. Nice
Yeah.
job. I'm gonna stick with that. I'm gonna stick with the Cardinals.
Okay, that sounds fine. Excuse me. I'm gonna stick with the Rams. Might as well. No reason
Yeah.
not to. All right, we've done it. That's it.
Oh man, nice job.
You too. Now we have to do our say what pick of the week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are
There
you
you go.
doing that? You doing this shit?
Yeah.
Say what? Oh,
Nah,
you
nah, are you doing the shit?
got to be kidding.
That's a big-
Pick of the week.
Did they not hear you calling for them?
No, it's rude. They're all just like, oh, we're gonna ignore the alcoholic in the basement. It's fucking rude.
That is rude. It's insanely rude.
It is. It is.
I switched to a new drink. Blue Owl Brewing Teeny Hopper. It's a juicy sour session IPA, grapefruit flavor, based out of Austin, Texas. Fun part about this is you cannot get this here. My brother-in-law gave it to me because they picked it up when they were in Austin, Texas.
That's pretty sweet.
And his sister picked it out because she thought the can looked fun. And it does. It looks real fun.
Ooh.
And they hated it, so they gave it to me.
How is it? Do you like it?
It's fine. It's pretty good. It's not what I would have picked, but that's fine. Alright, let's do this. Who's your say what pick of the week, Mo?
Oh, since you just mentioned it, I'm picking the Lions to beat the Steelers.
Ooh. Oh, Steelers are coming off of a short week, and they don't look so good as far as I'm
No.
concerned.
They suck. I think that I do not think I do not think that they are a good football team. Big Ben is old.
They've been pulling these games out, but I agree with you. I don't think that they're super good. And this could be Detroit's week. I'm picking Minnesota to beat the LA Chargers.
Hey,
Because I can
not a
pick
bad one.
I can pretty much pick Minnesota every week from here to the end of the season.
Yeah.
Baltimore versus Miami. Thursday night football.
Fucking Baltimore.
Yep, I have them as well. New Orleans versus Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Oh, I have them as well. How about that? Oh, wow. Buffalo versus the Jets.
Buffalo.
Yeah, we'll fucking see. I'm gonna put money on those fuckers. We'll see what happens. Detroit versus Pittsburgh. Detroit, you're
Well,
say what pick of the week?
Because if you're
Pittsburgh.
picking Buffalo, they're gonna probably lose now.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I'm
Pittsburgh is my pick.
Picking Detroit.
Yep. Jacksonville versus Indianapolis.
I'm gonna pick Indy.
I am as well. I think Jacksonville pulled some shit out of their ass. Tampa Bay versus Washington football team.
Tampa Bay.
Yep, me too. Cleveland versus the New England Pat Riots.
Cleveland.
Believeland. Me too. Although New England is kind of sneaky good. I feel like they're flying under the radar, but they can win.
Mac Jones is rough. Mac Jones doesn't really have a solid team around him.
But
the run game's not bad, but Harris is possibly out.
Honestly, though, I think Mac Jones is this so far looking like the best quarterback in that stacked quarterback draft.
Yeah, but New England isn't putting any weapons around him. It's like classic New England.
Exactly.
Like they didn't really put
that's not true. That's not true. They did go out and pick up Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry, which would help a rookie quarterback immensely.
But yes, but tight ends can't stretch the field like wide receivers can.
No, it's true. They do need. I mean, obviously they need more weapons, but
they're like his training wheels for the first couple seasons, and then they need to bring in wide receivers.
Normally, I'm with you 100% on the fact that you need to sit a quarterback a year or two or whatever before they start a rookie quarterback. But in this case, I do feel like they probably did the right thing by starting Mac Jones and letting Cam Newton go.
Yeah, it's also different. Like it's Bill Belichick. Like it's a completely different coach.
I do think that
any
like
other coach in the NFL
that like they probably would be in the exact situation with Cam. You know, like record wise,
with no future with Cam. Like they've got a future with Mac Jones.
Exactly. Yeah. And they're giving him the experience that he is getting is invaluable. Yeah. So I do think it was the right move.
They just need to get some weapons around him.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast, yeah.
Atlanta versus Dallas.
Dallas.
Atlanta is my say what pick of the week.
No, it's not. What the fuck is this bullshit?
Just kidding. I'm trying to jinx Atlanta, but you're not letting me.
But the last time I remember the Falcons and Cowboys playing, Adrian Claiborne had 8 sacks.
Yeah,
so,
and you guys gave him a lot of money. He had like this, like
he got a shitload of money from that
because he had like a sack bonus in his thing, and he got like all his sacks in that one game.
I'm not very excited for this game.
You'll be just fine. Don't worry about it. Adrian Claiborne's not even on that team anymore. I don't think.
Yeah. No, he's not.
I picked Dallas. I was just joshing. Carolina versus Arizona.
Arizona.
Yep. Arizona for me as well. Minnesota versus the Chargers. Minnesota's my say what pick. Like, you can do it if you need to.
I'm gonna pick the Vikings.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Wait a second. Who did you pick last week?
The Vikings.
Alright, knock it off.
It's not intentional.
Wait, who'd you pick week 7? I need to know this now.
What was
week 7, you picked Dallas. That doesn't count. Week 6, who did you pick?
I don't know. Should I?
No, I'm looking.
Should I just pick the Chargers? Will that make you feel
better?
Oh,
like week like 5 and 6 we didn't podcast.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Never mind. I have to go way too far back. I'm not doing that shit. Seattle versus Green Bay.
I'm gonna pick Seattle.
Okay. I picked. This is tough, right? Because Russell Wilson could come back, and Aaron Rodgers could also come back.
Wilson apparently will play.
Okay. I'm gonna pick Green Bay anyway. I don't want to.
Yeah.
Philadelphia
You feel good about
versus
yourself?
Denver. No, I don't.
Man, I don't even know anymore. I don't know what team Denver is. Like, I'm going to go Philly because I'm just going to keep assuming Denver is the dumpy team that I think they are.
I also picked Philadelphia because I don't know what happened last week. I didn't watch the game, but I have to imagine that was like the most frustrating thing in the world to watch.
I only saw Red Zone stuff, and whenever Red Zone showed up and they were showing them, I kept wanting to go, I'm not going to watch the fucking game anymore. I'm going to watch Red Zone. But I was already on Red Zone. It was, Dak looked horrible. Whatever.
It's funny because there was some rumors out there saying that they might sit him again for the Denver game.
They should have sat him for the Denver game. Why not? If we knew we were going to lose, fuck it.
Well, you didn't know you were going to lose. Okay,
Oh,
Kansas City
God.
versus Las Vegas.
Kansas City.
Okay, I have Las Vegas. Oh, that's an interesting pick for me.
Oh,
That's Sunday
Monday
Night Football.
is going to be a fucking bloodbath.
And Monday Night Football is the Niners versus the Rams.
It's going to be the Rams. The Niners are going to get destroyed.
Yeah, I have a feeling that is also the case. For your bye weeks, you have Chicago, Cincinnati, the Giants, and Houston. Hello, Bill.
Oh, we got it. There's no Bill. It's a Bill off-screen sighting.
He's an off-screen Bill.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Bill.
Oh, hey, Bill. Oh,
He
man,
loves
we've been
this.
podcasting for almost an hour and a half.
Bill loves this, by the way. You can tell.
Yeah, I can see his smile. Look at it. Look at his
You
stupid face.
goofball. You goofball, Bill. Okay, so,
I've lost
I'm a-
all my dogs.
all right, I'm calling this because I'm sweating.
Why are you sweating?
Because I'm wearing a sweatshirt, I guess.
Were
I
you
don't know.
watching Cops?
No. I remember that. I remember that episode of Family Guy where they're watching cops and they bust into his house. And he's like tackling him. They tackling him and he's still watching the TV. He's like, ha, look at that fat guy trying to get away. It's like, hit him with a Tommy club. And it just goes, poof. And it hits him. He just blacks out. Oh.
Hey.
Bill.
Jesse, you know what?
Hmm.
People can listen to this podcast anywhere podcasts are available.
Indeed. You can also watch us live every time we do this on twitch.tv/profootballjuice or watch old episodes of this, including this one probably, on YouTube.
Yeah. Feel free to hit us up at profootballjuice@gmail.com or Facebook and Twitter, ProFBJuice.
Hashtag Juice Nation.
Nation.
Yep. I think that was it, right?
Yeah, I think that is. We pretty much broke it up.
Yeah,
on
we
Tuesday.
freaking smoked it all in there. So,
Yeah.
thanks to Arcadian Brewing then.
Hey, you know what? Thanks to Smoky Room Films. We
Oh,
really did reverse that.
Yeah, we did reverse that. I was like, what are you saying that for? Not realizing that what I had just
Hold
said.
on. Let's try it again.
Hey, thanks to Smoky Room Films.
Hey, thanks to Arcadian Brewing.
Yeah. Thanks to Menemily and hashtag BritBrit.
Hey, Brazizzle Dazzle.
Indeed.
Thanks.
Bill.
Thanks to Bill the Cat, who's looking at the camera. Andy Hawk, thanks for the commentary and the
Yes,
back and forth.
And the listeners and whatnot that were out there, there was at least
Yes.
one that was that's okay. Maybe next time you can have a thing. We'll be here when you need us.
Yeah, there's a chance, that a friend of mine tuned in. So if that's the case, hey Joe, how's it going?
Where are you going with that
Anyway.
gun in your hand?
Hey, I've done the hang 10 like 14 times during this podcast.
It's better than the other thing we just talked about.
And baiting?
No, the okay sign.
Oh, yep. Just talking about. We were talking about that an hour and a half ago.
Yeah, well, whatever. All right, peace.